Hey, J-Bo Nation! Shaming of Jay. He's not a dopey dumb bitch. He gets laid. The court jester. The court DJ. It's time to dive into the case. To the case.
What is up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Thanks for coming back. Looks like I got Kick working again, so hooray for that. Sheila and Blair and Ginger Princess are on the Kick machine. Looks like we already have movement in the court, so let me go over there so we don't miss anything. Squadoosh. There we go. Oh, but now, will the bots wake up and will we have chat? Oh, it looks like we have... Well, is that... I think we do have chat, folks. So let me fix this a little bit here. I had to mess up the size of the screen before. I hope this is... All right, I think we're good to go. Oh, and Botrix wakes up. Hooray. All right, what's up, Stevie Irwin, Drew, Donnie, CH, Nancy, Roseanne, Angie, Amy, Janet, Mom and Dad, Angel Baby. Oh, I see Debbie became... Welcome to the Bows, Debbie. Thanks so much, Debbie. Welcome, welcome, and thank you. Tashi, Mystic Mama, Afy on the Kick Machine, Janet on the Kick Machine, Ginger Princess, Blair, Paulie 3, Miss Dina, Sheila, Mike Myclad. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Drew is here. Yes, Drew is here. I see that, Donnie. Thank you, Donnie. Hi, Amy, Mary C. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for your support and all the likes on the videos. Shannon's video is doing really good. I hope you guys checked it out. She did a great job comparing what Rashbaum thinks about. She just said it has 837 views, and it deserves all of the views. If you haven't, check it out. Give it likes. Get it in the algorithm. Hi, Tatted Tara. Shannon put a lot of work in that to try to compare what, what Rauschbaum thinks about Grandma Gotti as opposed to what Grandma Gotti is really about. So let me just share that. Hi, Cindy Arnold. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for being here. Hey, Dizzy. Hey, Mandy. $845. It's her video is doing great. I'm going to share it right now in case you haven't had a chance to look at it. Get shareable link. Nancy says it was fantastic. Thank you. I agree. Here it is. I'll put it on the Kick Machine too. Hey, Amber's over there. Hey, Amber, Sheila, everyone. Thanks for being here. And we're just waiting for court to get back, which should be anytime soon. Hey, Jersey Zen. Jersey Zen. Jersey Jen. Hey. Did Donnie tell anyone else that I was on CNN? Hey, Bonnie. Amy asked, did I miss much this morning? Well, they've been showing Amy all the surveillance video of Fotis getting rid of all the evidence, and also Michelle. And Lizbeth on Twitter pointed out to me that she thinks one of the angles shows the reason Michelle is opening the door is to block the view of the camera of Fotis throwing out license plates or some other evidence. So, good morning, Joanne. I thought that was very interesting. You got it, Amy. Yeah, hit that like button. Yes, as John said. Afy says, anyone want to bet the defense starts off with another issue? No, I will not take that bet Bet because I don't want to lose. By the way, I was checking out Katie Cool Lady during lunch. Her streams are always awesome, so make sure to check her out. She said she might be having a guest on. I told her if she needs any help with StreamYard or anything, I'd be glad to help her, but make sure to check her out if you haven't already. Hopefully this StreamBot works and it shares her channel. Katie Cool Lady is awesome and so kind. And just has great content. It's not working. Hopefully. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Janet. Should be back any second, folks. Should be back any second. Here in Connecticut, day 7. Connecticut versus Michelle Troconis. Starting to show some really clear surveillance video of Fotis and Michelle getting rid of evidence. And the question is, was Michelle aware of what was going on? Which I think so. It really appears that way, but I guess that's what they got to prove to the jury. Cosette moved over from YouTube to Kick. Well, thanks for being there, Cosette. Nancy says, of course she was. She wanted to be Jennifer. Jackie says, thanks for doing these lives. And I say, thanks for being here, Jackie. I appreciate it. Other than the Cindy asks, other than the footage of Michelle and Fotis, what is the other evidence? Well, one of the things, Cindy, is they wrote out an alibi log. They literally made notes to write out their alibi. And her handwriting is on it too, trying to say where she was. And there were many inconsistencies. Also, she was on three police interviews. And there's a lot of inconsistencies about what she said happened and what really happened. So wait till we get to the alibi log that they just threw away in their garbage can, and wait till we get her police interviews. What happened to our prompt court? Good question. Jess, good question. Let me throw the old ticker up on the top of the screen. Where did I put it? Right. There we go. Oh, yeah, there's also DNA. Yes, there was Michelle's DNA with Jennifer's on some of the evidence. I forget what pieces of evidence, but her DNA was on there along with Jennifer's. Fingerprints, I'm not sure about, Nancy, but definitely DNA. So Mandy is correct. Thanks so much, Cosette on Kick. Hello, Carrie. Thanks, everyone, for coming back here. Yes. Initially, as Mandy points out here, initially, Michelle tried to allege her and Fotis had some sexy time in the morning in the shower, and that turned out to be, as far as when they woke up, disputed by some electronic evidence on their phones, I believe. Donnie says Mandy's always hot and correct. Calm down, Donnie. I don't think it's supposed to explain her DNA being everywhere. Shannon says she hopes her Valentine for me says that she's always hot and correct. I mean, that is true. Who do you want to plug, Donnie? Tim Dillon? He's a comedian that Donnie's been talking about for the past 3 days. Hospice Jess says, while we are here, was it me or did the judge basically say tell Donna that the state was going to call Rash as a witness? I didn't catch that. Did anyone else? Dizzy says yes. There you go. All right. I guess I missed that. He said they may, Ralph says. Thank you, Ralph. Dizzy says that's what he said, to which I say, wait, damn it. I have so many sound effects, I can never find them anymore. There we go.
That's what she said.
Apparently the judge said that, but I was running around trying to figure it out. So thank you. Yes, apparently they may. What? Babe's video has 1,000 views. Babe is a lot of excited noises coming from Babe over there. So thank you everyone who liked and commented and got that thing in the algorithm. It deserves to be there. Amy says, that said, it could be possible, and asked her if she aware that it could impact her defense. Thank you guys. That would be wild, huh? The Rash gets called as a witness. Your Honor, we call the Rash to the stand. Your Honor, I have a rash, and we have to call it to the stand. Mandy says, he said it like he was talking to a kindergartner, so there was no chance of her crying about it later. That's true. I should ask Bob about that. I have to watch it again. Shannon says, thank you all. LOL. I worked on that all weekend. Those narcissists are slippery. Hey, Nikki. Good to see you. Hey, Rachel. Thanks for being here, everyone. Our court is not so prompt anymore. I wonder if anything's going on right now that we don't know about. Can you guys imagine that? That we're watching Donna's trial and all of a sudden Rashbaum gets called as a witness? Oh, boy. Which, by the way, I will, of course, obviously be streaming Grandma Gotti's trial. Hope you guys will join us for that. Wendy says she was late. Have I missed much? You missed a lot of surveillance footage of evidence getting dumped in Hartford, Connecticut. Hey, Stevie. Welcome, Stevie. Thanks for being here. Always appreciate your support, Roseanne. Oh, Mandy's sister's having twins. Congratulations to Mandy's sister. Does Mandy's sister also have 500 consonants as the first letters of her name? Get the phone books, yeah. Your Honor, we call the rash to the stand, and we also request 16 phone books so we can see him when he's sitting down. I didn't, Donnie. I showed the mods your son, Donnie. Did they find those bags? Brooklyn said previously that they found most of the evidence. Not all of it, but they found most of it. I agree, Ralph. I mean, how much evidence? They have so much evidence against. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but the amount of evidence they have against Grandma Gotti. Hello, Irene. Welcome. Don't know what's going on. Donnie, you want me to share the picture now? While we're waiting, Donnie? Alexis. Is the Bing Bong robot working? Yes, I believe it read them before. Thank you, Nikki. It did read them before. Didn't it? Well, not right now. I don't know if the bot woke up yet. No, I won't, Donnie. If you don't want to, I don't think Botrix is up yet. So once Botrix wakes up, that's when it starts work. Although it's showing the chat on the screen, so I'm not sure. But I could play Donnie's favorite sound effect.
Fuck your life! Bing bong!
There you go, Donnie. He's drinking a beer. So are you, Donnie? Are you saying you want me to share? I won't do it unless you want me to, Donnie. Yes. Oh, is that a beer? I was wondering if that was a beer, Donnie. Good question. Good question, Sarah. Yersh. Okay, if Donnie says Yersh, let me see if I can find. If anyone wants to see the picture of Donnie's son, let me see if I can find it actually. Let me see. Thank you so much, Nikki. You are too kind. Oh, here they are. Here's one picture of Donnie's son. Here's one picture of Donnie's son. Folks, for Donnie in the chat who don't know, this is Donnie's son. What's his name again, Donnie? Bing Bong. And here's Donnie's son drinking a beer. Rudolph. I feel like I just probably showed a picture of someone else's kid. Who knows? All right, folks. I don't know what's going on in court, but they're not back yet. His name is Rudolph? I thought it was Terry. And then also I thought it was Donnie Jr. Donnie, be honest. Whose child is that? Whose child did I just show? Donnie, I'm pretty sure first it was a cat named Terry. And then your son's name was Terry. And then it was Donnie. And now it's Rudolph? Mine, I think.
Terry.
The cone. It's a cone.
Charlotte, this one's for you, Charlotte.
Hey, Bo, what's this I'm hearing about what you're saying? I thought we were friends.
Donnie does always make me laugh. That's true. I don't know what's going on, guys. And for folks who missed what Donnie looks like, there he is. This is me, Donnie. Looks just like a model for a magazine. If you wanted to put a face to the name, that's Donnie. For folks who are new to the channel, Donnie has sent me a couple boxes that have been epic to my P.O. box. And thank you all for being here, everyone. Yep, exactly. It has his name next to him, so you know it's true. And it's in quotes, so you double know it's true. Roseanne asked, when did we watch the Paltrow trial? I believe it was March 29th. I believe. I'm not positive. Hey, Amy. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for being here, folks. We are just waiting for court to come back. Yeah, would Donnie lie? For everyone who's saying that Donnie would lie, what's the matter with you? Why would Donnie lie? Facts from Charlotte. Facts times a billion. Mike says you get a picture of Donnie in every new wallet you buy. I don't know what's going on. Why are we not back in court? Janet says March 21st. Wow, thank you, Janet. Has anyone, like Kathy Rusan, tweeted anything? I wonder what's going on. Maybe another juror said "I love you" to the district attorney. Who knows? Hello, Ann. Good to see you. Joanne says Donnie's a gift to the world, and I agree. Hospice Jess says I need to figure out how to do call-ins, and she's right. I do have to figure out how to do call-ins. I know Donnie wants a call-in show too. I do have to figure that out, and I hope it doesn't require additional equipment, but I feel like it might. AC, yes, they did show Michelle in the car. Oh, I could show my. Did you guys see this comment? I posted it on Twitter. It's pretty hilarious. Let me see if I can find it. I got probably my favorite comment of all time on Twitter. Not Twitter, on YouTube. Let me see if I can find it where I put it. Welcome, Helen from the UK. Welcome. We have a lot of folks from the UK. Michelle asks, are you going to do anything with Bob soon? We might be doing a double date with Bob and Allie this Friday, so just look out for that. We just have to confirm it. All right, here is the best, one of the greatest comments I've ever received on YouTube, which says, Jay, love your channel. My wife loves when you swear. Oh my God. She thinks it's so manly when you swear. You've sparked our dismal sex life again. Thank you. You're welcome, Extended Play 8830. I'm saving people's marriages one curse at a time. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. I try. I don't know what's going on, guys. Do I have like the wrong feed up? No, I don't. Right? This is live. For folks who are just coming in late, we are just waiting for the court to come back. Hey, Gambies. Yeah, exactly. Just watch my show. You don't have to go to marriage counseling. We'll miss you too, Nancy. Well, while we're waiting, if you haven't hit that like button, like Todd said, if you could hit it. J Boomers. No one wants that, Nancy. No one wants that. Let me see if Kathy Rusan tweeted anything. Good morning, Fofa. Good afternoon, I should say. No, the last thing Kathy tweeted was, judge very unhappy with Franklin Tucker for not having witnesses ready and wasting the jury's time. Tucker said he's going to file a motion tonight to recuse the judge. Oh, shit. Gamby's coming in hot, gifting 5 memberships. Gamby's, you are so amazing. Thank you so much for your support. Welcome to the members. Who got one? Not That Nikki, Tennis Girl, Minxie, Carrie B. Thank you so much, Gambies. The 220. Sarah, I'm so sorry. Madeline, baby Bo, good to see you. Don't know what's going on. I guess I could explain for the new folks. If you see orange Capri Suns and you're wondering why we put those up in the chat when we get a new member, that is from the Alex Murdaugh trial, where we found out that not only as a grown-ass man did he drink Capri Suns, which is okay, he drank orange Capri Suns, which is not okay, and the first indication that he did it. Tucker is the guy who is representing himself in the Treehouse murder trial. And Dizzy says, Addie has no update either. So this is, we're flying on the seat of our pants. Babe, does your video have music in it? I could show Babe's video. Fruit punch is the way to go. I agree, MJ. Amy took a little snoozle. Babe! I forget. Does your video have music in it?
No music.
All right. Who wants to watch?
Sloan just got the role she wanted in High School Musical.
Sloan got the role she wanted in High School Musical that she's going to be. Congratulations, Sloan. Did you get... Oh. She will be playing Taylor. Is that Zac Efron?
No.
She didn't get Zac Efron's, but she got Taylor. Hello, Elizabeth. All right, let's show Babe's video while we wait. I shouldn't get a copyright, hopefully. So for those who did not see Babe's video, here it is.
But the reality is they don't know Donna Adelson. They haven't been in a room with her. They haven't spent time with her.
Does your mom have a favorite child?
By the way, did I say thank you for that? Thank you so much for that super chat, Helen. That was really kind. Thank you so much, Helen, for the super chat. All right, here we go.
She says she doesn't have favorites, but I don't think she likes my older brother.
They don't know what type of person she is.
And did she ever suggest that you could bribe your husband?
He said that they would go as high as $1 million.
We're planning on you, Charlie, Dad, and I going as high as equal parts in a $1 million offer. That's $333,000 from each of us. We're a team. We can't do this without your help. You've already lost relocation according to the legal system. Well, it is about winning and losing. We're trying to get a win. You deserve it. You deserve so much more than a life without family teaching in Tallahassee.
She is caring.
Dan Markell alleges that on 3 separate occasions in November of 2013, the children informed him of their maternal grandmother, Donna Adelson, disparaging him. The boys indicate that, quote, Grandma says you're stupid. She says you are trying to take her sunshines away from her. And, quote, Grandma says she hates you.
Loving.
Charlie brought up a good point when he said that Americans were dropped behind enemy lines during World War II wearing Nazi uniforms to get what they wanted. They had a job to get done, and they did what they needed to accomplish it. You have a job to get done in a very short time frame to accomplish it. If you dressed the kids up in Hitler Youth uniforms and brought them down here, I could care less if it was an act of defiance that would show Gibbers that he's not in control.
She is probably the most polite client I've ever had.
Did your mom ever refer to your husband as an asshole,
Yes.
a bully,
Yes.
a zealot,
A religious zealot. Yes.
a jackass,
Yes.
a religious extremist?
She's bright, but not analytical.
We've looked at all the places. I mean, I could go to Korea and China, but there's no extradition. But we're looking for places where there's no extradition. To have all this information. I have the cemetery property. I want her to see all that. I want her to have all these papers and the wills. I want her to see all that.
She's kind.
What types of things did your mother suggest that you could do to try to coerce or acquire the ability to relocate your kids to Miami?
She suggested that I could change the religion
Of who?
of my children.
And why would that affect the relocation effort?
Because religion was so important to Danny that would be a real hot button thing.
She's someone I like.
Why not stand up to this fucker? Why not fight? That's all this is, Wendy, an act of defiance that will put a scare into this jackass. It will infuriate him. You need to see the big picture. You need to look into the future of what a life without your only family nearby teaching in Tallahassee, with Danny always in the picture, will give you. It's not a pretty picture. Not everything one has to do in life is comfortable or easy.
She's someone I care about.
So there you go, folks. She took a while to do that. And
But the reality
she does
is-
it on her phone, which to me is so much harder than doing it on the computer. So it takes her a long time. So if you could hit that like button on that video, give it a comment, get it in the algo. It's always greatly appreciated. You guys are amazing doing that.
They don't know Donna Adelson. They haven't been in a room with her. They haven't spent time with her.
Does your mom have a favorite child?
I saw Dizzy say who is the witness because the witness might not be shown. I don't know, and I don't see anything in the chat about what's going on here. So if anyone has any idea, let me know. Afi says, since Roushi watches YouTube, I hope he sees it. Me too. If you're watching The Rash, hope you like the video while you're there. What should we do? What should we do? Yes, for the algorithms. Sarah, I don't think the bot is work. Oh, there it is. Nice work, Sarah. There's Shannon's channel. Thanks everyone for being here. We're just waiting for I don't know what, but well, you know what I haven't done in a while, and why don't we do it right now? We got some new folks. We haven't done it with them, so let's see if I can check this up. I haven't done this in a while. Let's see if it works. Let's do a sticker giveaway. Let's do a sticker giveaway. Let's copy this. Let's escape from here. All right, this should work for everyone. Babe, could you grab me some of the stickers so I could just show people what we have? Please, thank you. Nice, babe. I told you it was going to go 1,500 views on Shannon's video. I put all the stickers somewhere because I was mailing some out. I'm just going to find them 1 second. Thank you. All right. Who wants to win? I'll tell you what I'm going to do for this one. You're going to win. You're going to win. This one's going to be for a Gary sticker. Gary the Snail. In addition to winning Gary the Snail, you're going to win a JBN sticker. In addition to the JBN sticker, Penny, this is not for you. These are stickers. Oh, hold on. In addition to...
Bing bong for Donnie Rim goat party popper confetti ball sheaf of rice old woman crossed fingers winking face.
when it reads the emojis, that's so funny. Thank you so much for doing that, Joanne. You're the best. All right, you're also going to win Friday Even My Heart sticker. This is not for you, dogs. And you're also going to win a Smoke When I Smoke sticker. So all of these stickers, actually, I wish you could see these idiots. They think I have something for them, but I don't. So you're going to win 5 stickers, folks. Also a court jester sticker. So in order to win all these stickers, what I want you to type in the... Nope, not smoke. I'm going to clean this out. I want you to type JBN. Just JBN, nothing else, so it recognizes it. JBN. And you will win all these stickers. Just type.
Madeline wants to hear from Gary.
Madeline wants to hear from Gary. You got it, Madeline. And thank you so much, Sarah. Here we go.
Meow.
There you go, Madeline. This works for Kick too if you're on Kick. Oh, there we go. Okay. You got 38 participants, so thank you so much, Kathy. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Dizzy says someone in the courtroom tweeted that the judge has called them to chambers. Thank you, Dizzy. All right, make sure to type in JBN. Oh, that was a hot mic. All right, that sounds like they might be going back quick. All right, so here we go. Are we ready to go? Is this the right sound? And here we go. Bonnie Bailey. Congratulations, Bonnie Bailey. Email the shaming of Jay at gmail.com and I will with your address, and I will mail you out those stickers. Why not do one more? Why not do one more? We're still waiting. I'll do one more. I'll do one more, folks. You don't have to type it again. It'll still be in there. I will just... Well, let me remove... One more chance, folks. Type JBN if you haven't already. Going to remove Bonnie from this one since she just won. If you already typed it, it should still be in here, but oh crap, they're back. All right, let me do it. Here we go. Sweet Lou. Congratulations, Sweet Lou. Email theshamingofjay@gmail.com and I will mail you out those stickers. Congratulations to our 2 winners. They won this sticker. They won this sticker. They won this sticker. They won this sticker. And they won this sticker. Congratulations. And we do have stickers in our merch store if you want to check them out.
Madam Clerk. Madam Clerk, there's a witness.
Do you solemnly swear or solemnly and sincerely affirm as the case may be that the evidence you shall give
Oh, we got a new witness? They were done with the last witness?
I do.
Please state your name and spell it for the record.
Michael Buton Jr., last name B-E-A-U-T-O-N.
And your affiliation?
I'm a sergeant with the Connecticut State Police.
Sergeant Buton, you may be seated.
Thank you.
Sergeant Buton, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Sergeant, how long have you been employed with the state police?
Approximately 16 years.
What were some of your initial assignments with the state police?
I started my career with the state police in November of 2007. I attended the training academy for approximately 7 months. We were trained in criminal investigation, accident investigation, firearms, emergency vehicle operations, etc. Tested on those subjects. Graduated in May of 2008. I was assigned to Troop G in Bridgeport as a patrol trooper, where I spent about 10 years as a trooper there. I had some ancillary duties during my time there. I was a patrol canine handler who was cross-trained in narcotics detection. Was also a member of the State Police Tactical unit. Was a tactical operator and assistant team leader on the West Attack Team. 2018 is when I was transferred to Western District Major Crime as a detective, where I was stationed at the Troop G office in Bridgeport.
Prior to becoming a state police officer, did you serve in a branch of the United States military?
I did.
Which branch, sir?
I was in the United States Marine Corps.
And did you serve in any wars?
I did.
Hell?
Which war?
I spent a little bit of time in Afghanistan, and I was deployed
Sorry about that.
with the infantry in a combat tour to Fallujah, Iraq.
What years were you with the United States Marines?
2001 to 2006.
Directing your attention now to May of 2019, what unit of the state police were you assigned to?
In May of 2019, I was a detective assigned to the Western District Major Crime Squad.
Have you since ascended to becoming a sergeant?
Yes, I have.
What year did that take place?
I was promoted to sergeant April of 2022.
Are you still with the Western District Major Crime?
No, I'm not.
Where are you currently assigned?
Presently assigned as a detective sergeant with Central District Major Crime Squad. I supervise the Troop H CI office in Hartford.
And just for the jury's benefit, when you say CI office, what does CI stand for?
Criminal investigation.
I want to direct your attention now to May 28, 2019, a Tuesday. Did you become involved in the Jennifer Dulos investigation?
Yes, I did.
How did you learn about this case?
From a phone call from my supervisor.
Oh, on the kick machine. Not that Nikki has gifted a subscription to Auntie Lisa. Thank you so much, Nikki. You're the best.
Where did you report on May 28, 2019?
That morning, I reported to the New Canaan Police Department.
Why did you report to the New Canaan Police Department?
So we were assisting the New Canaan Police with a missing persons investigation. And since they were the primary for the case, we worked out of their police department. the crime scene was in New Canaan. The person who was missing resided in New Canaan, so the command staff at the time felt that that was the best place to work from, so that's why we were there.
Approximately how many troopers and New Canaan police personnel were working out of the police department when you arrived on May 28th?
Quite a few.
Were you given any specific tasks on that day?
Yes, I was.
What types of tasks were you given?
So myself and Detective Sergeant Duva went over to 69 Wells Lane, and we went into the 3-bay garage. I was assigned by Sergeant Petruska to take photographs of the shelving units that were in the, I guess you'd call it the 3rd garage bay. So if you're facing the bays, there are 3, it'd be the far right bay. So I took photographs of the shelves, and the purpose of those photographs were to then interview the nanny of the family for the children down in New York City. And we wanted to show her those pictures to see if she could identify any items that may be out of place or missing, or that she didn't recognize. So that was the purpose of those photographs.
If I were to show you those photographs, would you recognize them, sir?
Yes, I would.
For the record, Your Honor, we're projecting State's Exhibit 16, which is a disc. Apologize, Your Honor, we're just waiting for the disc to load. And I'm going to ask if we can begin with item number 3 in that disc. Sergeant Butin, do you recognize this photograph?
Yes, I do.
What is that photograph of, sir?
That is a photograph of a couple of the shelving units in the right garage bay located at 69 Wells Lane, New Canaan.
Is that one of the photographs that you took when you went to 69 Wells Lane?
Yes, it is.
And I'm just going to ask if we can call up item number 4 now. Could you just indicate to the jury what we're looking at here?
So this photograph is also of the shelving units that were in the garage. It's a little over from the other photograph, and it just depicts some sporting goods and Tupperware containers and some other items.
Thank you. Did you ultimately go to New York City?
Yes.
What day?
The same day.
Who, if anyone, went to New York City with you?
Detective Ryan Frechette.
What borough of New York City did you go to?
So we were in Manhattan on Park Avenue for one of the stops. I don't recall the other borough.
Specifically with respect to Miss Almeida.
It was in Manhattan.
And did you meet with her?
We did.
Approximately for how long did you meet with Miss Almeida?
I don't remember for how long. I'd have to look at my report to see. I know there's a recording of our interview with her.
Did you show her photographs of the garage that you had taken?
Yes.
And did she provide you with a statement?
She did.
After meeting with Miss Almeida on May 28th, did you perform additional tasks for the case that week?
Yes.
Describe to the jury some of the things that you did.
So we looked for video footage. We canvassed some of the areas in New Canaan to try to find video. And specifically Friday, May the 31st, I was tasked with going up to the Capital City Command Center to review some video footage with one of the intel analysts up there from items that had been recovered the night prior by the Central District Major Crime Squad. The purpose of me going up there was to ensure that nothing was missed.
Who gave you that assignment?
That was Detective Sergeant Ventresca.
And when you say The purpose of your visit was to ensure that nothing had been missed. Had someone already reviewed the C4 footage at that point?
Yes, to my understanding, they had.
Approximately what time of day did you arrive at C4?
It was midday, late morning, early afternoon.
And upon arrival at C4, which incidentally stands for Capital City Command Center, correct?
That is correct.
Who, if anyone, did you meet with?
I can remember meeting with a gentleman by the name of Josh Quint, who was an intelligence analyst with the Hartford Police Department.
And when you met with Josh Quint, what did you do?
So he began to take me through some of the footage that they had found using the computer program that they have. They're able to find certain vehicles of a type and color, as I understand it. And so those folks were given the types of vehicles that we were interested in that were associated with Mr. Doulos. And so they ended up finding a black, what appeared to be a black Ford Raptor pickup truck traveling along Albany Avenue, where Mr. Doulos had discarded several items in the city trash receptacles. So he began to show me some of that footage.
And did you have a description of Mr. Doulos prior to arriving at C4?
Yes.
And did you also have a description of someone named Michelle Troconis?
Yes, I did.
Do you see Michelle Troconis in the courtroom?
Yes, I do.
Could you point her out and tell us what article of clothing she's wearing, a shirt, color shirt?
She is seated on my right side of the table over there. She's wearing what appears to be a blue coat and a green sweater.
Judge, she identified the defendant. What was the general description of Michelle Troconis that you had?
I didn't see any
Your
photo.
Honor, hearsay?
Well, what was the general description? Well, it's offered to show, as the court hears it, what to look for.
That's right.
So overruled.
What was the general description you had of Michelle Troconis?
I didn't have a photograph of her, but I was told that she was middle-aged, tall, slender, and had brown hair.
And have you since had a chance to meet with the defendant in person?
Yes,
And did she match that general description?
she did.
As you were reviewing the C4 footage, did you review any video in which it appeared that an object consistent with a WeatherTech liner was displayed?
Yes, I did.
Your Honor, I'm going to object. The video speaks for itself. The jury has now seen it multiple times. That's a leading question. It also assumes facts not in evidence, and I ask that it be stricken.
Oh, get your panties out of a bunch.
Question was, did
Jeez.
review the video and see what would be described as a WeatherTech mat? Well, that's leading. The jury has seen the video, but the court is not certain that the jury could conclude that what came out of that vehicle was a WeatherTech mat. So as far as a leading question is concerned, the court will sustain the objection.
Did you review video in which someone, well, strike that. Did you also have a description of Mr. Doulos?
Yes, I did.
And what was that general description?
Also the same, middle-aged, white male, average height and build.
And did you review video in which Mr. Doulos had objects in his hands?
Your Honor, I'm going to object. Nobody has identified the video individual at this point, so it's not only leading, but it's assuming facts not in it.
I'll rephrase. Did you review video in which someone who matched the general description of Mr. Doulos that you had been provided had objects in his hands?
Yes, I did.
All right. And can you describe for the jury in general terms what type of objects you viewed in this individual's hands?
Again, Your Honor, the jury has seen the video. It's not proper for this witness to editorialize about what's in the video. He can certainly testify to what he did, but to let him describe it is, I suggest, some of the jury on their own can figure that out.
Well, the court disagrees that the jury on its own can figure that out. It is not clear that the jury could figure out that what was held was a WeatherTech mat. The jury can figure out what a garbage bag looks like, but the court is going to overrule the objection.
You may answer, sir.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question for me?
Did someone who matched the general description of Mr. Doulos have any objects in his hand, and can you describe what objects you viewed?
Yes, so several. I observed the individual take what appeared to be contractor-style black garbage bags from the rear of his vehicle. What I would describe to be a square or rectangular black rubber mat, consistent with being like a floor liner or something like that.
Let's just stop there for just 1 second. If we can call up, I'm just going to ask my colleague. This is States 36. I'm just going to ask that we pause it right there for just one moment. Sergeant Butin, is this the C4 footage that you reviewed?
Yes, it is.
Just got a big merch order, I believe, from Carry28. Thank you so much, Carry28. I'll tell you what, the Gary sticker we can't use because of copyright, but Carry28, with that huge order, just email me. Actually, Carrie, I'll mail you out a Gary sticker. We couldn't use them because of copyright, but I'll mail you one,
I'm just
Carrie.
going to pause that for 1 second. Is this the mail that you were referencing earlier that matched the general description of Mr. Doulos?
Yes, it is.
Pause that for 1 second. I'm just going to pause it there. Sergeant Butin, you testified earlier that you observed this male holding what appeared to be a rubber mat. Is that correct?
Correct.
Is this the object that you were referring to?
Yes, it is.
Again, Your Honor, I just want to make clear, I'm objecting. This is lay opinion. It's speculation. There's no, from this, you could certainly not tell what material it's made out of. It's irrelevant. And I also just would throw in that it's a characterization of a video. This is not firsthand. So, and finally, this is, I would say, a violation of the Code of Evidence 4-3.
Well, the court, based on the video and the objection, would pose a question. Sergeant Butin, did you find out later that that was a square or rectangular rubber mat? Or did you determine that just from this video that that was a square rectangular rubber mat?
So it appears to me just based on the video, Your Honor, but I also had knowledge of the fact that there was one missing.
Well, again, it's now.
Well, the answer is it appears that way, but I took other things into consideration. That's the answer, which suggests to this court that the video alone does not suggest that this is a black square rubber mat. The video alone, according to this witness, he did not conclude on the video alone that that was a WeatherTech mat. So you may proceed.
Yeah, and just to be clear, you're not 100% sure what that is, correct?
Absolutely not.
You're testifying it's consistent with
Again,
what appears to be.
Well, that's a mischaracterization. It appeared to him to be a black rectangular mat. He had other information that led him to believe it was a WeatherTech mat. That's the testimony.
It appeared to be consistent with a rubber
That
mat.
court is indicating it's sustaining the objection.
You can finish playing it. Are you familiar with something known as WeatherTech liner?
Yes, I am.
What is WeatherTech liner?
They're laser cut floor liners. I actually own a pair myself. The company is here in the United States, and they basically make custom floor liners for a multitude of different vehicles, makes, models, and years and whatnot. They make front and rear floor liners, utility area liners, seat covers, etc. The commercials are all over TV.
And what material are WeatherTech liners made out of?
A black rubber material, or a hardened plastic, I guess would probably be a better description. But the mats in the back are more rubber. I think the floor liners where your feet go are harder, but the ones for the back are a little more flexible, I guess is how I describe them.
And when you say in the back, what area of the vehicle are you referring to?
The cargo.
All right, I'm going to object. Foundation, the fact that he might own an SUV or might know something about it, it's irrelevant, and he's not an expert in this area. He doesn't work for the WeatherTech or any other company that installs mats. So therefore, I would argue that this is not an appropriate question.
Well, the question has to do with what does WeatherTech manufacture? That's how the court understands the question. And if he's familiar with, this witness is familiar with what WeatherTech manufactures, the court will allow the testimony. So, overruled.
When you mention the back, what area of the vehicle are you referring to?
The cargo area, the utility area, the back of an SUV behind the seats.
Did there come a point in time where you reviewed additional surveillance footage in which the person who appeared to be the same male operator discarded additional items?
Yes.
Can you describe that for the jury?
Yes. So the final stop that the individual appearing to be Mr. Doulos made was on Albany Avenue in front of a Jamaican bakery, I believe at the intersection of Blue Hills Avenue. He exited his vehicle with what appeared to be maybe a pile of papers or something.
Again, Your Honor,
I don't know what it was.
I'm objecting. What appears, again, is the same thing. If it's not recovered.
Well, he just indicated he did not know what it was. So perhaps you did not hear that part of his response. He said, it appears to be paper. I don't know what it was, is what he said. He exited his vehicle with, I don't know what it was. That's the testimony. So that's overruled.
So he exited the vehicle with unknown objects, something in his hands. I just couldn't make out what. And he walked over to the trash receptacle and he discarded whatever that unknown object or group of objects were. However, another object remained in his hand that he did not discard in the garbage. And at C4, they have very large screen TVs, much like this one, and they can zoom in. And when we zoomed in, Mr. Quinton and myself were of the opinion that it looked
Objection.
Well, sustained.
When you zoomed in, were you able to see the colors of the object discarded in the sewer more clearly?
Yes.
Can you describe to the jury what color the object was?
So the object overall looked white, and we saw like orange and blue on the object. And I could say what that, to me, that looked like. But
No, that's all right.
Okay.
Now, actually, if we could play that portion of the video.
I was muted. Damn. I was just saying, Rachel said that's Michelle coughing in
Pause
Greek,
right there.
and that is freaking funny.
Sergeant Butin, I just want to direct your attention now to the vehicle itself. Does it appear as though a female passenger has exited the vehicle at this
I
point?
would object. First of all, it's a mischaracterization. Nobody's exited it. And second of all, we're again having him characterize what's on the video that all of these jurors can see. I would submit that under State versus Holly, it's improper for a lay witness to narrate a video when he wasn't present for the incident.
So if I can just be heard on this, Your Honor, and if I have to be heard at sidebar, I will, but I'd like to make an offer of proof to the court.
Well, the question is, does it appear to you as if a female is exiting the Raptor? That's the question. So does it appear to you that a female passenger is exiting the Raptor? Well, the question itself, you can be heard, counsel, the question itself is an interpretive narrative. What the court and the jury is able to see is a door open, someone leaning out of that door. The issue of whether it's a female and whether she's exiting in the common sense of exiting as in getting out of the vehicle, according to this video, would be a mischaracterization.
I'll rephrase, Judge.
So
Can you just, at this point, the video is paused. Can you, directing your attention now to the individual just above the male operator, can you describe that individual for the jury?
Again, Your Honor, I think the image speaks for itself, and this witness is not in any better position than the jurors to see what's in the video.
Well,
in fact, maybe
you can sharpen the question, counsel. Can you describe the individual? What is seen here, you cannot tell height or weight. So what can be described from what is on the video is fairly limited. If that's the video from which you are asking the question.
It is, Your Honor. I'm just simply asking him to describe what he's observing on the video.
Well, what the court is going to do is listen to the description and entertain any objections after that.
Could you describe the individual above the male operator?
Yes. So it appears to be a white female. Looks like wearing a short sleeve shirt, and it's kind of hard to tell, but maybe her hair is in a ponytail. And I could see at least one of her feet on the sidewalk, and her right hand appears to be reaching down toward the brick or pavement.
Was this the only time that you observed a female with this particular male individual in the surveillance footage?
On this footage, yes.
You can keep playing. Sergeant Butin, where on Albany Avenue is this particular trash receptacle and store located?
I believe the address is 1344 Albany Avenue. It's at the intersection of Blue Hills.
Based on what you saw on this video, can you describe for the jury what actions you took?
Yes. So, as I stated earlier, the individual appearing to be Mr. Doulos threw some items.
I'm going to object. The
item out.
question was, what did you do next? And instead, he's giving another narrative.
Well, the question is, well, what did you do after reviewing the video? And he began by saying, the individual who appeared to be Mr. Doulos, this is preliminary, as the court hears it, overruled.
The fact that I observed that individual throw those things out in the trash receptacle but choose to discard whatever the other object was down the storm drain was interesting to me. And I wanted to try to recover whatever that was. And so I inquired with the C4 folks about who maintained the storm drain and who we would use to assist us in recovering that item. And the answer I was given was MDC. Which is the Metropolitan District Control, or the water authority essentially for the greater Hartford area. They sent out a pump truck to us out on the street.
Let me ask you another question.
Sure.
Did you head to this area of Albany Avenue?
Yes.
Approximately how long did it take you to arrive?
I don't remember.
Was it within the hour, would you say?
Yes.
And who, if anyone, from the state police met you at this location?
Detective Fitzsimons, Detective Zella, who was on the dive team, Trooper Sanders, Trooper Chapman, also divers. I had divers come just because I didn't know what we were going to encounter, if we were going to need them to go down there, or if the pump truck was going to be able to facilitate removing the item. A lot of unknowns, so I was just trying to think outside the box and bring whatever resources I knew we had available to the area.
And you indicated that MDC showed up with a pump truck, is that correct?
That's correct.
And once MDC arrived with the pump truck, what happened next?
Detective Zella and myself basically told them to empty out the truck. They had relayed to us that they were pumping out other drains that day, and we wanted to ensure that the tank itself was empty, so that if whatever was down there maybe was sucked up the hose, we'd be able to empty out the back and definitively say that whatever was in the tank came from that particular storm drain.
Did the MDC truck leave at that point?
Yes.
Did it eventually return?
It did.
Approximately how long did it take to return?
Maybe a half an hour or so.
And during this half hour, did you remain at that location with your fellow state police officers?
I left quickly to meet up with the search and rescue canines. I gave them a map so they could begin to search the area of Albany and Milford. The footage depicted that black Raptor turning onto Milford Street and disappearing for some time before it came back out into the view on Albany Ave. So I got the search and rescue canines into that area so that they could begin to search that area. And after I met with them, I came back to the area of the storm drain.
And were you present when the MDC truck arrived?
Yes.
Do you recall how many employees from MDC responded?
2, I believe.
When they arrived, what steps did they take in your presence?
They had showed us the back. They opened it up, showed us it was empty, closed it. They removed the grate from the storm drain. They had like a big hook that they put down there and pulled it out. They lowered a hose down into the storm drain where all the water was, and they turned on their truck and started to suck out water.
As they were sucking out water, can you describe what happened next?
Yes, the envelope actually got stuck to their equipment, and they were able to pull it out like that.
All right, I want to just break this down a little bit. You say the envelope. Can you describe what you heard as they were sucking water out of the sewer?
Yeah, it was like a clink. It was like a clink noise.
And after you heard the clink noise, what did you see next?
As they began to lift their equipment up, you could see that there was an envelope, like a FedEx envelope, that was coming up out of the water with their equipment. And Detective Fitzsimons had gloved hands, and he reached in and recovered the envelope and put it over by the sidewalk, opened it up. And when he opened it up to pull out the contents, we saw 2 Connecticut license plates in the envelope.
Were photographs taken of those license plates?
Yes.
May I have this marked for identification, Your Honor?
What number? Well, not yet, but yes.
This is 40 for identification. I did provide Attorney Schoenhorn with a copy. I don't know if there's any objection.
No objection. Thank
Move it
you.
in as a full exhibit.
40 admitted as a full exhibit.
And I'm just going to begin with displaying a photograph labeled 683_0001. Sergeant Butin, do you recognize that photograph, sir?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell the jury what that photograph is?
That photograph is a picture of the white envelope that was recovered from the storm drain on Albany and Blue Hills on Friday, May 31st.
Did you witness this envelope in the position it is in this photograph?
Yes.
Showing you photograph labeled 683_0002. Are those the license plates?
Yes, they are.
And did you view these license plates in their position?
Yes.
As they are in this photograph?
Yes.
And this is photograph 03 in that file. These are the same license plates, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Photograph number 4. Same license plates, correct?
Yes.
Actually, if we could just leave that up for 1 second. The license plate here reads 5T6WBU, is that correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
While you were present, were any efforts made by state police personnel to run these license plates?
Yes.
What were the results when these license plates were run?
I called into dispatch and ran them as they are, and they came back to nothing.
When you say they came back to nothing, what does that mean?
It means there was no record found, meaning no such plates existed in the Connecticut DMV database.
And so after you received notification that no such plates existed, did you notice anything about the sequence of the letters and numbers themselves?
Well, yeah, we noticed that they were a bit odd. Typically, plates that were issued out like that were would start with 3 numbers and then end with 3 letters. And obviously here you have a letter mixed in with the numbers, so that was odd to us. And to Detective Fitzsimons' credit, he actually, with his gloved hand, started to mess around with some of the characters that looked funny to us. And that's when we realized there was some effort made to alter their appearance.
And when you say that there was some effort made to alter their appearance, can you be a little bit more descriptive for the jury?
Yeah, yes. So if I may, can I?
Yes, sir.
So this T here, when Detective Fitzsimons messed around with it, we could see that the top portion actually wasn't the plate itself. It was some type of blue tape with like a clear adhesive. That's the best way I could describe it. So this character is actually a 1. The same here, this was made to be a B, but it's actually a D. And then here we have what is supposed to be a J with the extra material added to make it appear to be a U.
So were you able to discern what the actual plate numbers and letters were?
Yes.
And was a subsequent search done for those particular plates?
Yes, it was.
Who did that?
I did.
And what were the results, sir?
So I called dispatch back and ran the plates the correct way, and they came back canceled on a 2007 Chevy Suburban that was registered to Mr. Doulos.
May I have this marked for identification?
Yeah.
I think it's a full exhibit by agreement.
Yes, I just want to make sure what's in the envelope is what I think is in the envelope before we do that. That's my only, I don't want to be surprised, so if I can just see what's in there. Make sure we're talking about the same.
While we're waiting for this, for folks who are...
Detective Newton,
Oh,
did you,
never mind, I'll shut up.
seize those license plates?
Yes.
And how were those license plates seized?
I put them into a bag and secured them in the trunk of my cruiser.
And if I were to show you the license plates, would you recognize them?
Yes, I would.
We have some gloves in front of you, sir. Oh, very good. So at this point, I'm just going to ask, well, firstly, let me ask a preliminary question. There is evidence tape on this particular exhibit, is that correct?
Yes.
And there's also what appears to be numbers DSS 19002984. That's the state laboratory number, is that correct?
That's correct.
So these license plates have been sent to the state lab since you seized them, is that fair to say?
That would be accurate, yes.
I'm just going to ask that you cut open this envelope and just peer inside and tell us what you see.
Okay.
While he cuts this open, for those who are missing it in the chat, apparently the Young Thug trial will no longer be streamed. So Charlotte can't watch him adjust himself anymore. She'll have to use her spank bank.
Two category license plates that.
Is there anything else in the bag, sir?
Have to open it up a little more to see, sorry. Yes, there is.
What else is in the bag?
It's a white FedEx envelope that the plates were in.
Are these the objects that you seized on May 31st, 2019?
Yes, they are.
Judge, I move it in.
I need to see what else is in the bag. I just don't want to bring it through. Gloves of them.
There are.
We could just maybe do it over here on the side. If we can.
My land, does this jabroni have to get involved with everything? Come on, man. Like, he's just trying to be a pain in the ass, I feel like. Holy. Look at this guy with the hair. We got a new photographer. New photographer.
have no objection to putting out of these other items that were in there will have to be to a different witness. So as long as those are kept separate, I'm fine with that.
And that states 40?
This is states 40, Judge, and just for the record, there are several smaller envelopes which we're going to tie up through another witness. Attorney Shannon is asking that we do so. I have no objection to that. However, I do want to keep everything together at this point. So if these can be labeled perhaps, 40A through, 41A for identification purposes only, and if we can just keep everything together for the time being.
So states 40 will be admitted as a full exhibit.
41, Judge.
41 will be admitted as a full exhibit. 41A is for ID purposes only.
Correct. Actually, there's several of them. So we'll just label them A through.
How many are there?
7.
Sometimes it takes a little bit for me to translate Donnie, but what this means is, Jay, I came back to say my goodbyes to you, the noon, that's Shannon.
We're going to stand in our afternoon recess, ladies and gentlemen.
Mandy, Joe, and MJ.
We shall return at 3:43.
Came back,
3:48.
I came back to say my goodbyes to you, the noon, Shannon, Mandy, Joe, MJ, and then
All rise. This honorable Superior Court now stands in recess until 3:48.
I nailed it. Thank you, Donnie. So we're going to be back at 3:48, folks. 3:48, which is in 15 minutes if you're not on Eastern Standard Time. Not the same. Maui Swift knows. Not the same without Donnie.
We're going to stay here.
Yeah, this trial is going to be. I'm telling you right now, guys. If any of like the bigger cases come up, I'm gonna pivot, aka, well, not aka, but Courtney Clenny, Sarah Boone. What else do we got coming up? I will be pivoting. I mean, I might do dual streams, maybe one of them, depending on how it goes, but. I don't think Shayna Gardner's for a while. By the way, if you're not familiar with the Shayna Gardner case, the similarities to the Adelsons are remarkable. I mean, I have so much research I have to do to like get in. Like I know some of it, but also, does anyone know? And probably the answer is I should probably ask Fancy, but does anyone know if there's a way? I've really tried. I'm trying to get the divorce documents from Dan Markel and Wendelire Adelscum. But, like, I don't know where to get those documents. Someone has them. I know Judy, who has been so kind and been hanging out and supporting. I know she's read them on her stream, so they got to be out there somewhere. I found some documents on the Florida website, but I cannot find the divorce documents, probably because they're not public record, or maybe they are. I don't know. If anyone knows, let me know. Email me at theshamingofjay@gmail.com. But all right, so I'm going to mail Carrie 28 the Gary sticker. We had 2 winners. Just email me. I know Sweet Lou emailed me, so I'll email you guys the stickers. You the sticker. Corey Richens, right? We got her too. I don't know when she goes. Yeah, Charlotte, the 800-page thing. I want to see it. I want to make videos about it. Well, I'm not going to go over the entire document, but I just want to see the things that were some of the I just want to see how contentious it was and make videos about it. Is that a FOIA thing though for a divorce document? I thought FOIA was more for like public. What do I know? I'll try to figure it out. Just wondering if anyone knew. Brooklyn says it was entered in the trial, so it's available. It's got to be available. Just because I know Judy, AA Legal, has done it. Donnie probably does know a guy, but he has not been. He just left, so he's not here. Oh, guys, 2 likes away from 100. If you haven't hit that like button, if you could, that makes sense. Angie says when family court kids are involved, harder to obtain. That makes sense. Dizzy says the courthouse is the way. Donnie's got to have a top guy that can get it. Unfortunately, Mandy's in Montana, so she can't get it. Can you imagine? I can't. The Young Thug is now not being streamed, folks. Wild stuff. Yes, babe.
Oh my god. I can't believe he approved it.
Babe is very upset by that. Babe is very upset about that.
Oh my god.
Can you hear her? Terrible news. Oh, Dizzy says, well, a motion was filed. You don't know if it's been granted yet, though. $10 minutes, folks. 10 minutes. Thanks. Oh, 107 likes. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for always supporting me and Shannon. We really appreciate it. We got about 9 minutes. I guess if there's any new folks here, if you have any questions about our emojis or any of the things about the stream that we talk about that might be like an inside joke, let me know and I can answer your questions. We discussed the Orange Capri Suns. If you don't know what this is from, it's from the Gwyneth Paltrow civil trial. And so is this one.
Terry.
And if you don't know who's when someone donates money and you say it says money, that's this guy, Beetlejuice.
Thanks a lot, man.
Why the bidet? Great question, Jess. Why the bidet? Because this is the deal, Jess, and I talked about this on a stream. When I get rich and famous and like people want me to come to their events and there's like a rider where I demand things about what I need to be to go to their event, it's going to say no bidet, no J. Because everyone in this world should have a bidet and should stop being cavemen and wiping their ass with paper. If you like a chocolate melts on your counter, are you just going to use paper to clean it? No, you're going to use water. You're going to clean it up. You're not just going to use a paper towel. No bidet, no J. Everyone should have a bidet. We like clean bums in J-Bo Nation. That's right, Joanne. I didn't have one before the pandemic, and then there was like people were like getting into knife fights over paper towels and toilet paper, and I'm like, let me try this out. And it's the best decision I've ever made, second to marrying Shannon. And if I could get a sponsor out of that would be great. Tashi has one. She knows. Not that Nikki knows. Where's my kick chat? Let me see. I don't have my kick chat up. Oh, there's Amber over there with the... Oh, Avi says Joe G might know. He might know. Nora has one. It's wonderful. Come to the good side, folks. Get yourself a bidet. I promise you won't regret it. It's world changing. Yes. Thank you, Tashi. By the way, our bidet is the toilet seat is heated as well. The seat is heated. You can heat up the water. No, Ralph, you can heat up the water with mine. It is. You can get warm water with mine. Mine's a Brondel. Brondel, if you're watching, I'd love to be your sponsor. And by the way, I am the most incompetent man around, and I was able to install that shit by myself. I didn't need any help. I did it myself. It was not difficult. If I could do it, anyone could do it. Yes, Amber. Brondel, sponsor me. I have tweeted at Brondel, but they don't respond. See, Tashi did it. I think Tashi is a girl. She did it herself too. Oh, I got a question. Well, no, maybe I won't. Full blast can be an experience. By the way, is anyone else in the crew streaming today? I don't think so, right? Tomorrow, Joe's got an interview. And then, of course, at night is Publicly Buzzed. We got about 5 more minutes, folks. 5 more minutes. Well, I could explain this. If you don't know what this is, first of all, all our merch Shannon has made, and there's some good stuff that's not just trial related. So please check out our merch store. But if you're wondering what this particular one is about, during the YNW Melly trial, there was a gentleman who was on the witness stand, and the defense attorney was trying to make it like he was he smoked a lot of weed. So he was like, well, how often do you smoke? And he's like, I smoke when I smoke. And he's like, well, 1 time, 2 times. And he was like, I smoke when I smoke. And it was like the best answer. We ran with it. So this Shannon made this, which is on our merch store. But we have some good stuff there that's not just like related to a trial. So check it out. Let me share the merch link. Can you guys believe in like 2 months? Blair took a snoozle. In about 2 months, I'm going to have streamed on YouTube or streamed trials for exactly 1 year, and that's pretty wild. Afie says, Jay, say the name of the other woman who is similar to the Adelson case. That's Shayna Gardner, Afie. Shayna Gardner. Shayna Gardner. Also a really bad divorce. Also hitmen hired. Also issues regarding religion. Also hiring a person of color to do the job for them. I mean, I haven't. I've just started kind of looking into it. The similarities are pretty striking. Penny, what are you doing? Penny, you have 15 minutes. Oh, I can show you guys Penny while we wait. Oh, yeah, also out of Florida. Good question, Charlotte. I'm not sure the plan for the 1 year. Maybe the Jesters Part 2, but no, I'll do that. Penny is here because she thinks it's time. So here she is. Penny? 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 That's the good girl. Come here. She thinks it's time, but she's got about 14 minutes left. And there's Prudy over there. They always come in to me. I don't know why. Hi, Piddy. Oh, this is the Piddy. Sit down. Good girl. That's the good friend. Got about 1 minute left. They should be back. Let me make sure I have this on live. I do, but they have not been. Hi, Penny. Yes, that's the good girl. Best of trials, funniest moments, good ideas. About 1 more minute till the court is back, supposedly, folks. 1 more minute. And then court ends pretty much every day at 4:45. They don't stay late, which I'm a big fan of.
This honorable Superior Court will now open the action session. Honorable Judge Randolph. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Please be seated. Thank you. Right, they're coming in.
Have a B day. Nice. Like it, Jack. You're a good friend. I know. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. Yes, I know you can't see, Charlotte. It's better you don't see, because it's the saddest face you'll ever see on this dog. Who thinks that these dogs are so freaking demanding.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Prudy. All right, here we go. Again, thanks for being here, folks. We know you have other options.
We can bring the jury in, please.
We appreciate you spending your time with us. Let's bring the jury.
You will bring the jury.
And for folks who don't know who that is the Honorable Judge Clifton Newman from the murder trial. Hey, Miss Dina. Where is my kick chat? I keep losing it. Oh, there it is. There's Paulie over there. Sheila, Amber, Aphie. Oh, Prudence just took one of my jester hats. Thank you so much, Joanne.
Okay, will counsel stipulate, please?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you.
Prudence, leave it. That's bad. Hey.
Handing you what's been entered into evidence.
Go to mommy.
States.
Go to mommy. Go ahead, go to
I'm just
mommy.
going to ask that you take out the license plates and the FedEx envelope only.
Okay.
Prudence, leave it.
So I'm going to just begin with the license plate, which is on top there. The license plate itself, first of all, can you display it?
Thanks, Funkarella.
Now, the license plate that we're seeing, which has been introduced into evidence of State's Exhibit 41, has the adhesive that you saw on May 31st been removed?
Yes, it has.
And that was obviously done subsequent to your seizure, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And can you just display the next plate also? And similar situation, the adhesive that you had discussed earlier has been removed, is that correct?
Yes.
And I'm just going to ask if you could just fan out the FedEx envelope for the jury as well. Thank you, sir. And you just please go back and the envelope so this is
Before we proceed, we would ask the photographer during the course of the testimony, please return to the designated area.
Turning States 41 to the clerk. Sergeant Buton, are those the items that you seized from the sword drain on Albany Avenue on May 31st, 2019?
Yes, they are.
And did you subsequently turn over those items to Detective Matthew Riley of the State Police?
Yes.
If I just have a moment, Judge.
Yes.
Nothing additional at this time, Your Honor.
Your cross-examination.
Thank you. These license plates, Exhibit 41, you indicated that it came back to a vehicle that had been owned by Fotis Doulos, correct?
Yes, sir.
And as I understand it, that was a 2007 Chevy Suburban, is that correct?
That is correct.
That Chevy Suburban and these license plates, let me withdraw that and ask it a different way. The license plates had been canceled for many years, correct?
I believe so, yes, sir.
The Chevy Suburban had not been registered to Mr. Doulos or his company for many years, correct?
That's accurate, yes.
At least, you said at least since 2015, if not earlier, right?
I don't recall the exact day, but that sounds about right.
The reason I'm asking to clarify, there's been some testimony that he owned a Chevy Suburban in 2019, correct?
I believe it was a newer model, yes, sir.
That's what I was going to get to. So that model had its own registration, right?
Correct.
And different license plates, right?
Yes.
This was a vehicle that he had owned maybe prior to 2015, if not several years earlier, right?
At least as early as 2007, yes, sir.
Well, when it was...
It's a 2007 vehicle. So.
Right, but I'm saying it had ceased to be registered to him at least before 2015, correct?
I can't give you the exact year when they were canceled without looking at the teletypes, but that sounds fair enough.
Right. Well, there may be some evidence of that further down. I was just trying to remember if you recollected that when you did you said you had somebody run those plates, right?
Yes, I did.
And that would be through the Department of Motor Vehicles, right?
Well, yes, sir. So a dispatcher would use the collect system, which accesses the DMV database, yes.
Yeah, and for the record, collect that's what it's called, COLLECT. They can look up old motor vehicle registrations, right?
Among other things, yes, sir.
And license plates?
Yes.
And see who was the last person to have those plates registered to them, correct?
Accurate, yes, sir.
Okay, very good. When you testified that you saw a female, or you described the video that was at that location near, I think it was Green Street, correct?
Maybe in between Blue Hills, yes, sir.
Blue Hills, okay. So when you described that, you said that it, I think the words you used, that it met the general description of what you understood to be Michelle Troconis, right?
Yes.
And you gave a general description of her to the jury, right?
Yes.
And you're aware that Michelle Troconis told your colleagues that was in fact her in the Ford Raptor, correct?
I am now, yes.
And you're also aware that she told your fellow state police officers that the driver in fact was Fotis Doulos on that day, right?
As I sit here today, yes.
Right. So when we're talking about it looks like maybe, at least my client told the police, yes, that's me and that's Fotis Doulos in that vehicle, right?
Yes, sir.
And although we've watched a number of different angles, you sat at C4 headquarters in Hartford and watched the various cameras, right?
Yes, sir.
But so that we're clear, despite the fact that there are multiple camera angles, in fact, the number of times that Fotis Doulos got out of his truck to throw something away totaled 3 that you can observe, correct?
I'd have to look at my reports there to see. There's the intelligence analyst produced like a timeline of all the occurrences, but I can't recall how many that is right now.
Does that seem right to you?
I don't want to commit to a number without looking at the report. I'm not really sure how many exactly.
But even if we're looking at 6, 7, or 8 different angles, there aren't 7 or 8 different stops that we're looking at. In other words, each of those cameras isn't a different stop, is it?
Each of the angles that view.
Each of the cameras that we've watched is not a different stop with something being thrown away. You understand the question?
I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at. Sorry.
I'll ask it a different way. The number of times that Mr. Doulos got out and threw something away from his truck is not equal to the number of cameras that we have here in this courtroom observed. Is that a fair statement?
That would be accurate, yes.
Okay. In other words, we've seen more cameras than actual throwaway stops, right?
Well, we've seen only a few here today. I don't know what else you've seen prior to me coming on the stand, but
well, I'm saying
what we've seen under my testimony, okay. Yes.
Fair enough. Now, as far as what we've watched since you've been here, the garbage bags that you observed being thrown away were all black garbage bags, correct?
I believe so, yes.
You also described a rolled up item, and we had some debate about what it is, but you saw it was a rolled up black thing, right?
Yes, sir.
And whatever that was, it had some kind of a white mark or white area that one could see as it's being carried over to a garbage pail that's not on the street but next to a building, right?
Yes.
Were you able to determine what that label or white mark was?
I can only speculate. I have no idea.
Right. Well, I'm saying, other than that, you weren't able to use any of your, state police camera equipment or anything to be able to zoom in, or the C4 to zoom in on what that is?
No, sir. My understanding that I think an individual took that mat away prior to it being recovered, so I don't think it was ever recovered.
Okay, well, let's back up. I'm talking about from the cameras at the time it's being carried over to the side of a building by Mr. Doulos. Were you able to zoom in or use anything to figure out what that mark, that white spot was?
No, sir.
Now, it said something that I wanted to follow up on it. I'm curious about that. You said that someone took it away. Is that right?
That's my understanding, yes.
Did you see in any of the C4 cameras that you were watching anyone pick up that item and cart it away?
No, sir. That was information that was relayed to me by other individuals.
Well, I'm asking about you.
Me personally, no. I didn't see that.
And through all the time you spent, how many hours did you spend at the Capitol Command Center there looking at?
I don't remember specifically. It wasn't terribly long. They had reviewed the footage in detail, and what they went over with me were the stops that he made. And we kind of honed in on the last one because we knew the storm drain had not been checked. And so that was kind of my focus, if you will, was that particular stop.
Okay, fair enough. And just so we're also clear, from the video you saw, you could not tell whether that rolled up item was carpeting or plastic or rubber or any particular material. Is that right?
It could have been anything. It could have been anything. There's no way to actually ever know unless I actually went there and put my hands on it.
And although Mr. McGinnis kept talking about WeatherTech, it could have been any brand of any kind of plastic or rubber mat, right?
Yeah, that's accurate.
Did anyone ever recover that mat?
Not to my knowledge, no.
The C4 camera continued to look in that same location, right? It was fixed at that same spot where the camera observed the Raptor pull up and then something get taken out of the back and put there, right?
The camera did capture that, yes.
And did the camera continue to run for the next several days?
My understanding is those cameras run 24/7.
The time that, and when did you, just so I'm clear about the date, when did you go to the location on Albany Avenue with the MDC sewer pump truck?
The date?
The date.
Friday, May the 31st.
Okay, that was the day. And did you go yourself and look through any of the C4 cameras, even fast forward, to see where and when that item, rolled up item, went?
No, sir, I was not assigned to do that.
I take it when you were there at that location, you didn't see it there, right?
No, sir, I did not.
Let me just have a moment. I have no further questions.
Thank you.
Nothing further, Judge.
Thank you, Sergeant Butin. You may step down.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Judge, we will be recalling the sergeant later in the trial.
Okay.
Who's the next witness?
And are there any other state witnesses to be called today?
Not today, Your Honor.
Oh boy, early day.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have concluded the testimony for today. And for tomorrow, Attorney McGinnis, Attorney Manning, do we have our witnesses lined up?
Your Honor, for tomorrow, yes, I have at least most of the witnesses lined up. There are a few additions that we are trying to schedule. I will let counsel know through email today once we get those concrete. But beyond that, we do have witnesses to be presented.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you are excused for today. Thank you for your patience. We will resume tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and please do not discuss the case or avoid any media about the case. Thank you. Stand adjourned.
All right. This Honorable Court now stands adjourned until tomorrow at 10 a.m.
All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, mods, for crushing it as always. We will be back tomorrow. Thank you, Charlotte. We will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. When I end the stream, it's going to take you to an interview that Joe Jackalone is doing tomorrow night, I believe. So if you could hit the like on that, get in the algorithm. Thank you all so much for your support. Catch you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for joining us, J-Bo Nation. Please give all of yourselves an ovation. No, it won't be real long until next time. Oh, J-Bo Nation, there's no place we'd rather be. J-Bo Nation is the place to 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 be.